Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. In the last part, we went on a long and rambling side quest, chasing up Mr. Mushroom at various locations throughout the world, and there's only one left, so we need to go back to the very start of the game. Zota's still over there talking to himself. Divine is still in her tent. We will not be using her services anymore. I'm going the wrong way. It's actually harder than you might think to navigate this place backwards. Ah! I got a Geo! No! It's not by tools that you'll triumph, it's through your smarts, your speed, your determination. Oh, I see. So you've been following me around, then. I hope my travels haven't confused your own, distracted you. Then again, a meandered journey still has meaning. It is, after all, from a journey we find our purpose, though a stop is more than just a stop. And my, if those stops can't be lovely things, wouldn't you say? Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last, but it's a unique and special thing nonetheless. Now, with my duties here finished, it's time I made graceful departure. Till next time, my friend, 'tis a long road we tread, but a joyous one. Until our paths cross again. The last time he departs is a little bit different from the others. Oh look! My dream gate happened to be just where I want it. Oh, you've returned. I see you have some pale ore, a rare fine metal that. Give me the ore and some geo for my efforts, and I'll reforge your nail to make it stronger. Last nail upgrade. It's done. The reforging is done. Your nail is much stronger than it used to be. As strong as it could ever be. In only your weapon have I seen such potential. Finally, I behold the majesty of a pure nail. To think this moment has come upon me so soon. I must step outside a moment. You dear. You okay? With a pure nail forged, my work in this lifetime comes to an end. My only remaining desire is to see and feel the nail strike true. I beg you, cut me down. As my final moment in life, I want to taste the blade's exquisite edge. After all this time, all this toil, haven't I earned it? You are a very silly old man. We have one last call to make before going to Godhome. And again, it's because I've left this until the very end. Normally you would get the pure nail a little bit sooner because you might feel you need it for some of the endgame things like the Colosseum and some of the bosses. So after that encounter with the nailsmith, if you spare him, which is optional, you would have a lot longer to wander around the world and work out where he might have gone. I should have gone back and shown his deserted shop, but I guess there's nothing really to see. I could get rid of the one Geo if I really wanted to. There's still the badges from his elder, so I could farm up to 150 and then buy one of those, and that's just so silly and pointless that I'm not going to do it. But with my knowledge of having played this game before, we're going to go find our silly old friend, the Nailsmith. After all, it only makes sense that someone whose passion in life is forging nails should talk to others with similar hobbies. Ah! And it's completely fine to... Oh, I don't need to strike one of them. I was just thinking it's completely fine to strike one of them because it wouldn't die from it. I'm trying to avoid any more Geo. You can sneak up the side here without going all the way around. So this is the hut of Nailmaster Shio. Oh, look who's joined us. We have quite a merry crowd now, don't we? This fellow came wandering into my hut, quite distraught and on his own quest for a new calling in life. We talked and found a common love of creating and building and honing a craft, so now we make art together. It's good to have company. I hadn't realised how lonely it was. It's like being with my brothers again. Stay with us if you like. Hello, traveller. How strange that we should meet again in a world as vast as this. I must thank you for not killing me when I asked you to. I was irritated at first, but I had some time to think up there, and I soon saw the wisdom in your decision. The world is made of more than metal and weapons. I set out exploring and soon found my way here. Shio is a master of many arts and has promised to teach me what he can. I think I'll be quite happy here. So that is really nice. Just a little bit of genuine happiness in this often gloomy world. And with that, we really have done everything outside Godhome that I want to show off in this Let's Play. There's a few more things I could do, but obviously it's not possible to do absolutely everything because some of it is mutually exclusive choices. The really big one being fighting Nightmare King Grim or banishing the Grim Troop. You can't do both of those in the same playthrough, and banishing does lead to well, there's a new NPC you can meet, a different charm that replaces Grimchild. Have a look at someone else's Let's Play if you want to find out about those, or play the game yourself. But now we are in Godhome, and here we're going to stay. So I mentioned that the main point of Godhome is these Pantheons, which are boss rushes. Sorry about that. So it's a good idea to think about what charms to take into something like this. Sporeshroom, not a good one. While it does put out that damaging cloud, it only deals 1 damage per tick. Shaman Stone, really good. It's the best damage upgrade in the game, and the more damage you do, the shorter each fight is, and you're taking less damage. For the same reason, I'm going to put on Fragile Strength as well. All of Godhome is inside a dream, so the fragile charms won't break. And Quick Slash is the other really good damage charm. So those three go really well together to make the fights go quick. But there's a lot of other charms that make good combinations that I could do instead. When I first did the Pantheons, I found them quite difficult, so I had a charm that allowed for plenty of healing. So if you want to know what that is, so Weaver Song, I'll quickly show it off in case I haven't yet. Weaver Song makes these little spiders come out and run about, and they damage enemies with very little ticks. But the really good thing is that those ticks, if you combine it with Grub Song, those little ticks refill your soul a bit. So you can keep on getting soul for healing even if you're not very good at dealing damage. And combine those two with Quick Focus, because there's a lot of situations where where it's difficult to find opportunities to heal, and Quick Focus can just make new opportunities when those didn't exist before. So those three in combination helped me get through the Pantheons my first time, but I don't think I need them now. So I'm going with this build. One slot left, so we'll take Nailmaster's Glory. I don't think I'll use Nail Arts very much, but it's nice to have as an extra tool in the toolbox. By the way, this little thing here doesn't seem to be interactive. Also, if we try going up, we just get stuck. Yep, this does seem to be as far up as we can go. So there's 3 Pantheons and locked 4th one. We have to complete the first 3 to unlock it. But they're in order of difficulty from left to right, so I'll do them in that order. Bindings, so I think I explained these the first time I came into Godhome. These are ways to make the Pantheons more difficult, and I'm not going to do these because I just want to get through them as quickly as possible, because this is going to take a while anyway. I don't want it to take even longer. Wretch! Thou hast ordained thine own destruction. Through sacred combat are we attuned to this kingdom's greatest beings. By entering this gate thou hast challenged the very gods of this kingdom. Dost thou consider thyself the equal of this Pantheon, of its masters? Draw thy weapon then, fool of fools, and be damned for thine arrogance. Okay, Venge Fly King from way, way back at the start of the game. With more health than he had back then, otherwise this would be completely trivial, but it's still very easy, just poke on him each time he does that, and when he does the shriek, the little flies come out, 1 or 2, you can use that to gain extra soul for damage, or healing if you need it. Grandmother. I'm not going to bother explaining strategies for Grandmother. Obviously all the early game bosses do have their health beefed up a bit to compensate for the fact that I can now do 21 damage with my nail instead of 5 when we originally fought them. Actually, that's not quite true, because I've got the fragile strength, so it's actually 32 damage per hit. Massive Moss Charger. This one is very silly. When you have the Quick Slash, you can just keep flailing on it. I'm not doing this with the correct rhythm. If you have a good rhythm, you can just do that without getting damaged at all. And Hornet. I feel I could have done a better job than that. But this is the first Pantheon. I don't need to do well. So, after 5 bosses in each one, so each one is 10 bosses, and at the halfway point, there's a hot spring that refills your health and soul, and a bench so you can change charms midway if you want to. You don't really need to, but it's there. Gorb is annoyingly lightweight, so you can't really get the most out of the Abyss Shriek. It will just knock him up out of the range of the spell's damage. And then Dung Defender, so nice trick with him is to start with a dive. He always starts the fight underground. Second phase already. You can see why I like having the damage charms. Soul Warrior always starts the fight directly above you, so just dodge that. And he's one of several bosses that's lightweight enough that the Vengeful Spirit or Shade Soul can knock him back and do a double hit, which is really nice. Brooding Marlin. Strategy for him hasn't changed much since the first time we fought, except that we have more spells now, which makes it even easier. And after 9 bosses, we have the little intermission where we talk to the Godseeker. Why hast thou crept into this Pantheon, O meagre one? The noise of thine wriggling creates much discord, drowning out the godly resonances we attune ourselves to. Dost thou mean to thwart our sacred goal? Dost envy drive thou to such madness? We pray that the gods of this kingdom punish thee, obliterate thee, utterly destroy thee. I won't correct all his medieval English as I go along. But yeah, there's plenty of errors. Yes. So we're actually fighting one of the Nail Masters. There's a secret boss that you can only get in the Pantheon. Ah. I really should show how to do this one. So, when... Yeah. When he's taken enough damage, Mato joins him. So now it's 2 at once. Okay, gotta take this fight a bit more seriously. So, avoid their attacks and retaliate, of course. And anytime you get the opportunity to, it's good to hit both at once. I've actually got my directions a bit mixed up at the moment. When one of them is doing their nail art, the other one will be still, so... and when you're in between them, they do that double attack, which is good because that's pretty easy to know how to dodge. Oro has less health than Mato, so he will always go down first. Which is good because Mato's easier because he has the Cyclone Slash. And I did not show how to do that at all. Oh well. So, we get the little light above the door, indicating that we've beaten the Pantheon. At this point... Oh, and, of course, one of the lights up here. Just in case there was any doubt remaining that beating the first 3 is what unlocks that. So at this point I'm going to explain this door, because we're not going to actually see this, but each time you complete a distinct binding, so for instance, Pantheon 1 with nail binding, or Pantheon 3 with charm binding, if it's a particular one that you haven't done before, it lights up one of these, and when you've done 8 distinct bindings, this door will open. And what that does is, in the break room, halfway through the Pantheon, you get a lifeblood tree that drops 3 lifeblood, what are they called? Life seeds. Also, the Pantheon does count as 1% completion, and so does the pure nail. That's why we're at 109 now. Also, if we go into the Hall of Gods now, and look at the table of bosses, Oro and Mato added there, so it's pretty easy to guess that the gaps under them will be filled by the final bosses of Pantheons 2, 3 and 4. As for the other gaps, well, I'll keep that a surprise as long as I can, if you don't already know. There's enough time left in this video to do Pantheon 2 as well. Pantheon of the Artist! I wonder who the final boss could be. Thou most ungrateful of blemishes! The gods in their great mercy allow thee to escape their first Pantheon alive, yet still thee think to test thyself against their might? Doom thyself then, that we may resume our focus and ascend our minds ever higher. 0. So some of the fights are not quite like the ones in the Outer World. Here you don't have the platform with the space under it that was so convenient for hiding from him. It's still pretty easy. Again, use Shade Souls from the side and it will often double hit. And Crystal Guardian. only got easier since we acquired the Shade Cloak. Soul Master. As before, this silly rage phase gives you a little bit of a chance to heal. You can damage him every time he dives. It's not easy though. By which I just mean that I haven't learnt the timing for it. Or I have learned it and then forgotten it. The Oblobbles, the final boss of Trial 2 at the Colosseum. This is a bit annoying. There's so much randomness, and also you get the Hunter's Journal there, so you need to kill 3 Oblobbles even though there are only 2. That's why I got it right then. So in the base game before the Godmaster was added, you would have had to complete Trial 2 twice to get that journal entry. Very, very silly. But now you can get it here in God time, so we're fine. And Mantis Lords, very easy now that you can use Abyss Shriek to damage them when they're at the sides of the wall. And, well, you can if you have enough soul. And there's a lot of opportunity for Quick Slash to get in several hits. Marmu. She is just as annoying as in the base game, but hanging out in the corner gives you the best chance you can have. Nos. Same as before, really. You want to hang out in this little corner. You can Abyss Shriek to deal damage when he's in the ceiling. Thank you for dying quickly, Nos. That can be a rather irritating fight. Fluke Mark is very, very silly. So, one thing you can do is just hang out here endlessly, kill the flukes as they spawn in, and use the soul from that to send shade souls at her, or even Abyss Shriek. Broken Vessel. Fight's over already. That's the power of Quick Slash combined with strength. Will the gods not relieve us of this troublesome speck? How it tests us, seeing this worm raise its filthy weapon to the gods. Thou hast luck beyond luck, O speck. The gods of this Pantheon, for purpose beyond our understanding, allow you amongst them. Truly, the divine punishment they must be planning for you will be beyond all reckoning. Prepare thyself. Prepare thyself. So another thing that she is not getting right is varying between you and thou. You is the polite form, and thou is the form you... Anyway, Shio, of course. So Shio is a bit different from the first two Nail Masters. He fights with paint. You can tell which attack he's going to do from the colour. So, yellow is that horizontal. Blue is a splash in an arc like that. And purple is basically his equivalent of the Great Slash, which is his nail arc. Using a Desolate Dive for the iframes is a good way to deal with that. Oh, I got too close. I'll bow to you, Shio. That was a good fight. And that's 2 out of 4. So we'll do the other 2 next time. I would quickly like to show the journal entries. We have them for the Nail Masters. Gods by toil and nail bound, brothers sworn to guard the weak, masters of the sacred ground, help us find the god we seek. And Paintmaster Shio. O God-inspired master of arts, whose works shall eternal endure, pure beyond our minds and hearts, reveal to us the God most pure. Apparently I missed 3 normal enemies. I could have a look through and find out which ones those are, but it doesn't bother me. I was never going to try to show everything in the game off. But that's a good stopping point for now. Next time will be the next Pantheon. Thank you for watching, and see you then.